Boom.
Everybody, let's get to know. Biddly, 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 bow. Let's go. You know what time it is. I get that badger in and on and over here. I get that badger in and on and over here. He's in, he's on, he's over, he's in, he's on, he's over here. You know what time it is. What's good, everybody? Got that Friday feeling. Biddly, 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 bo. Quick shit vid, bro. Shout out to Simply Stew and Pat Dunn. Shout out to Simply Stew and Pat Dunn, both members of the channel. 99p a month or whatever it may very well be. I've got my Trainer Spotter t-shirt on, which is Pac-Man after he gets caught. There was actually some kids in Lidl or Aldi, I'm not sure which one it was. I've just been in there, buy myself some steak, which I will be eating in half an hour. Rump, 2 pieces of rump, some gonna have some spuds with it, and then plenty of veg because I'm a fucking meat and veg type of fella. Yes I am. But so I'm going up to checkout thing, and this woman's on earpiece, and I just got there, and she goes, "Oh, will you just go over to that?" She's talking through, not to me, to earpiece. There's some kids by the bakery that keep shoplifting. Will you just go over there? So just as a joke, I just says, "Oh." She like smiled and looked at me, like raised her eyebrows and went, "They're my kids, that's the thing." And she looked at me like I thought, you know, from the smile that I was so blatantly joking, but, you know, I thought we were going to get turfed out with them. With poor lads. You're not shoplifting until you've lifted. Anyway, a few injury worries tomorrow. I am looking forward to the game tomorrow. I didn't do a video yesterday because I was that concerned that I was going to say tomorrow on Thursday, because that tends to be what I do. And then everybody goes, "Yeah, fucking hell, I don't know you're playing tomorrow, but we're not playing them because it's Saturday." And then everybody comes for me. Hit that like button, check you're not blocked. The system works. Nobody do it how he does it. A fair few doubts. So Solomon's a doubt, which that's not good. For a few reasons, like due to his, considering his injury history also, that is not good. He's been blighted his whole career for injuries, and he's not really, I know he's featured in every game for us, but he's not been, not been a great deal asked of him. He's on it, players like that really do need a run of 10 games, 12 games, then he'll probably get through the whole season. But if he keeps picking up niggles, it is concerning. The Firpo debate sort of ended during fucker's press conference yesterday, because he sort of referenced the fact that why he brought him off. I know there was some talk that he came back late and stuff, but he might potentially have a bit of a niggle. People talking about Ramazzini going to get his first start if Solomon's not there, obviously, because James is out. People on about Ampadu, people on about Rodon, because obviously Rodon smashed his head up, but I think he'll be all right. I think Ampadu will be all right. People still on about Tanaka coming in over Gruev. I don't think he'll do that. I think he will make as few changes physically possible. Depending on who's fit, the only change I would make personally is Bogle. I would bring him out, and it depends on who's fit. I don't know enough about Schmitz to say that I'd start him, so I would honestly go with Byron. I know Byron's the fall guy again this season, even though everybody thought it was a pretty good signing for Nolt last season. I still think he's a good player. We'll play him right back. Brought him on at left back last week, and he ended up just going everywhere. We became really misshaped. A lot of people talking about Farke's interview. My man Fucker saying that he's clearly showed in that interview that he's lost the dressing room. What's he waffling on about? It was a bit defensive. He's always like that in his interviews. I've said it every single time. It's all this shit. It's all shit questions. Is Tanaka decent? It's all this stuff all the time. Like, yes, he's decent. Right, next question. It's all like he waffles on. It's a method he uses in order to shut the press up, I do believe. So less questions are asked if you talk for 15 minutes about each question. Then they go, "Oh, we only got 3 questions in." Exactly the same as he's always been. He has not lost the dressing room, and Corberán is not available. Carlton Parlmer has said that, and I quote, "I think people have been mischievous talking about Daniel Farke leaving Leeds and Carlos Corberán taking over there. That's nonsense. Apparently, Leeds retain an interest in Corberán, but as I said, that's absolute nonsense." It is absolute nonsense. Of that, there's no doubt. I got a bit of stick for saying it the other day. I do this channel, and as you well know, if something comes up, then it must come out. I just report. I don't really report because these are not reports. I'm not reporting to anyone. The last report I did were in high school when I were in trouble. But that is what it is. Something comes up, I read it, I say it out loud and then I get shit for it. Cardiff are rock bottom. They've not won a game yet. I think they've drawn one. It's a long way to travel, but we really do need a reaction up in there, don't we? Absolute zero excuses tomorrow. I will be very surprised. I think you'll get a big reaction. I'll be very surprised if it all goes tits up tomorrow. I must say, even though I am a pressure off with my man Farke, that is, the pressure will begin to mount at that point. There's talks that Bamford might be back available. Just as I say, if something comes up, it must come out. He's been in training for like over a week. There's some calls for Parisley to come in over Aronson. I'm not on board with that any which way. I think Aronson was excellent even last week. I thought he created 2 stonewall chances. A few really good through balls. He's really active in middle. He looks sharp. He looks up for it. He works hard enough. He's not actually as fast, I don't believe, as he sort of looks. He looks like he's running at full tilt all the time, and I don't necessarily think he's that fast. But you know, speed is not everything, as all the sweet science love makers know. Our Blackburn game has been not postponed, but the time has changed, so this is not till the 30th of November, so there's no need to particularly get any knickers in a twist, but it's moved from 3 p.m. to 1:30, which, you know, is a pain in the arse for travelling fans, isn't it? I don't know what went last time something kicked off at a Blackburn game was, but, you know, I don't know, they are arch enemies or something, but that's Lancashire police style, isn't it? I would imagine it's them that's putting a stop to it. That Giarbi, obviously, he's gone out on loan to Plymouth, and he is getting some nice stuff said about him, so their manager, you know, he said that he thinks he can become a top player in this league, and I quote, he's quite an explosive player. He gets across the ground and goes and bites into tackles. And there, he's not quite there. And if you are not quite there, sometimes that can be quite evident for those types of players. I think now we are seeing Darko getting back to those early pre-season levels. Second half on Saturday was excellent. That's where we need to build from, because he did have a couple, end quote, because he did have a couple of injury setbacks during pre-season, which has obviously blighted him a little bit. I like that Giarbi. You know, he came with pretty big hopes, didn't he? High hopes for that lad, but, you know, it wasn't necessarily to be at the moment. But I think there's a bit of a player in there. I don't know what I'm basing that on. It's more just a vibe I'm getting off my dude. And I'm a vibe guy. I'm vibing. You know, I'm living in Chillville. Nobody do it how he does it. The block thing went down a storm as well, everybody, yesterday. So check the likes. I've managed to put a ban on likes. So if it don't like, it's not actually the comments. Test the comments out anyway, and cozy on up to that subscribe button as well. Firpo's been talking about Solomon, and he said that he's going to have a really good relationship with him. You can tell, I think they're on the same wavelength, the way my man Firpo wants to bomb forward. It will be a shame if Firpo's not in the side tomorrow. I do believe he will be. Yes, I believe he will be. I don't think Farke necessarily is going to make any big changes tomorrow. As I say, I think he'll stay with Gruev. He'll stay with Ampadu. Ramazzini might come in due to the fact that James and Solomon are out. Peru's not going to come in for Aronson. Bamford's not going to come in for Joseph. I'm hoping he might make a change at right back, but hopefully other than that... What?
Boom.
JackCity, bitch. JackCity, bitch. Hey!
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way